I haven't decided yet.
Okay.
I think we should go back to Twitch.
This is so much easier for me to get the videos
I know,
if I have to download them.
but what difference does it make if it's really easy to get the videos if there's no one on there to watch them?
Because people do watch the YouTube channel.
I'd rather have people watching a stream than watching a channel afterwards.
Well, it's kind of like how they take DVR
I get
ratings
more
and
money out
regular
of-
ratings now.
I get more money out of them watching the channel than I do out of them
Yeah, so you
watching.
can still post it up on the channel.
Yeah, but then it takes forever to pull it down off of Twitch, and you have to run the computers twice as hard.
Okay. But then you get the viewership on Twitch to build up the base to theoretically improve your YouTube channel viewership.
Put this on your arm. Is it a mole?
Where?
Is it a mole on his arm?
What the fuck are you talking about?
Andy, I think you have skin cancer.
Oh, no, it looks like it's
Ew, what is that?
some PVC,
It's dried up jizz.
PVC glue, man.
Sure. This guy.
I've been fucking gluing PVC pipe for like 4 days
Oh,
straight.
thank you.
Yes.
Sorry.
The only reason I give you that is because then it doesn't pick it up on the mic. Cool? Yep. Really? Do I have to give you one too?
No.
It's a plastic
Wait,
bottle.
so today are we only talking on Star Wars? Is that the main purpose?
That is the main purpose of the thing.
That's what you think.
This episode is going to start spoiler alerts.
Right,
So from here on out, when we go-
you lead in real quick before you hit the spoilers for Star Wars and just how we rant and how the fact that Oculus Rift is coming in at $650.
We can talk about that Wednesday night.
It's $500.
Okay. No, it's $600.
600.
Well, it's $599.
That's 600.
Sorry.
No one's ever like, oh, it's $599. It's only 500. It's 600.
Yeah. We'll get that rant going. Don't worry.
Regardless,
It's Sunday Rec. We'll
he
see
came out
where
and
it
said
goes.
like what 3 months.
We're already
ago,
talking
it was gonna
about
be
it. Good job,
$350. Are we live?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, you gotta lead us in. Tell us we're live, man.
All right, hang on.
Yeah, you got to
What's
say
up,
all that
everybody?
shit.
Welcome. Happy New Year.
I can't. Can they see the lights?
No, they can't see the lights.
I can see the lights. They're in the way of the
Fucking
screen.
blinding,
Oh my
man.
god, you guys.
No, I don't mean the lights themselves.
You fucking babies. There, you happy?
Yes,
Yeah,
actually,
actually, a little
yeah,
bit.
a lot
Are
happy.
you done crying now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, wait until I have No, it's on the Yeti.
Did you see the white Yeti over there?
I did.
He's mad because we're not using it.
I kind of am. I'm especially mad you haven't pulled it open to replace the LED with the blue one yet.
The company's called Blue, and they don't use blue lights.
That's what I said to him. They're like, that is a really good idea.
You gotta wonder sometimes, man.
Like, why wouldn't you put...
Our company's called Blue. Yeah, let's make this awesome mic. What are we going to do? Oh, we need to hit a little LED on here. I know, it's just too red.
Blue would be more
Hey, Tom,
better
that's
on
a
that.
great idea.
And I like how it just blinks when you hit the mute button.
That's like the...
Yeah, it shouldn't be on at all.
Yeah, unless you
Like,
hit the mute
literally
button.
what they should have done with this microphone, this should be dead. When you hit the button and mute it, it can blink red. I'm okay with the blinking red there. But this blue logo here should have been, like, clear with a little blue, like, LED behind it.
Should it be etched?
Okay, you can do a little plexiglass here. It's like etched into plexiglass with a cover with the blue logo behind it in blue.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's your company name. You should probably, incorporate it in there some way.
Do you like tortured cats? There's like a cat with paws underneath the door over there. Meowing at me. I'm like, I can't save you, kitty.
All right. So Star Wars, we've all seen it. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes,
How many times have you seen it?
just once.
Okay,
Once.
so I've only seen it once too. We were going to go yesterday, but Roy and I ate a bunch of sriracha on Friday night.
I mean, Sam ate a bunch of sriracha
Would you have the poops?
and couldn't control his butthole for Star Wars.
Did it burn?
Go today.
No, actually, I don't get the burn from sriracha anymore.
Was it like
Just
hot
by the
snakes?
time we get done,
Yeah,
and
it's just
Yeah, sure, probably.
You know what I mean?
I'd rather go home
I-
and play video games.
I thoroughly enjoy as an adult going to these like 10 a.m., 10:30 a.m. showings, because then you're done by like 12:31, whole day ahead of you.
Didn't we in high school go to see one of the Star Wars right after Shady Maple in the morning around 10:30? Remember that?
Yeah, because Mrs. Walker and Val actually met us, and we all went.
That's when we got together. We took it up to Shady Maple.
Oh yeah, we and you went to Shady
Saturday
Maple.
morning.
That was a good Shady Maple trip.
Yeah, it was a good Shady Maple trip.
So do I. I want a peanut butter banana pancake so bad right now.
they need to be open for breakfast at least on Sundays.
No,
No.
they have it right. Take Sundays off, man. Just like Chick-fil-A.
Except we all want Chick-fil-A on Sundays.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, that's 'cause we-
I'm okay with Chick-fil-A being off on Sunday. What I'm not okay with is the fact they still have fucking television commercials on Sunday air, and you're like, oh, Chick-fil-A, that sounds delicious. I want some. Fuck, it's Sunday. Sitting there watching football and Chick-fil-A
Well,
commercial
Shawnee
comes up.
for probably 6 weeks in a row. Like we were over here, Sean's like, we should order one of those Chick-fil-A trays. And you're like, fucking right, a nugget, it's a nugget tray. Like, let's fucking go. And he's like, oh fuck, it's Sunday. So for a
Yeah, but
while,
the-
like
but the
Saturday night,
nugget
we'd be
tray
like,
you
you need
can
to
heat
order
back
at John now, and then we have it for Sunday morning.
Yeah.
You know,
You can heat that shit back up with a nugget tray.
Oh yeah.
I want, you can get a sandwich tray too, right?
I don't care about fucking sandwich tray. I
I
enjoy
like the sandwich.
I'll eat them both.
I do like the sandwiches.
We got
Yeah,
that
like
once
it
at the
all.
car dealership. I definitely had like pockets full of
Yeah,
sandwiches.
I can't ever go and not get one or the other. I get the sandwich and the nuggets.
Yeah, you have.
Yeah.
To. Do you like
See,
the
I don't-
spicy
I don't-
sandwich?
I don't
or
I get the
regular?
I get the number 4. You know what I mean? And then I get 8 nuggets.
Oh, you get the deluxe John.
Fuck yeah.
I get the regular John just for some
Man, I get
pickles.
lettuce on that.
See, I
bitch.
get either like the number 1 or number 6, or like either the regular. That's working now. So the
Thank you, Lori.
Thank you.
either get like just the regular classic.
He married Lori Delgado
Yeah, I know.
from
or
Freedom Village. Just in case you didn't know.
or the grilled chicken, the regular grilled chicken.
The number 7.
7, is that what it is?
Yep.
Grilled chicken.
No, 6 is the one that has the
7's on the whole wheat bun with the lettuce,
yeah,
tomato.
Well, I make them change the bun from whole wheat bun anyway. I don't even fucking doing whole wheat buns. Get out of here. I don't care if it's grilled chicken. I want the grilled chicken because it's
And
delicious.
I gotta get a chocolate milkshake too.
I love their
There's
iced
on
tea,
their milkshakes.
man.
Yeah, I
The
get
lemonade and the iced tea is
I get the
on
half
point.
and half.
But you
The
can't
Arnold
get the
Palmer's.
gallon of their iced tea because it doesn't
Yeah.
taste
I
the
think it's
same.
pretty
Thank
good.
you. It's good.
Where's Danielle?
It's good, but it's not the same as
Danielle,
getting
get down here.
It's getting regular drink.
Yeah,
I
you got
don't-
him all angry.
No, I'm not angry.
He's
Thank
legitimately
you.
calling down his wife.
She could just turn on the
Girlfriend, fiancé,
podcast.
whatever.
No. Danye,
Yes, sir.
come here. Andy,
This
Andy,
is now the Sunday
tell
wreck,
Danielle
causing
what you just
divorces
said.
everywhere.
tell Danielle what you just said.
I don't want to.
Tell her what you said, damn it.
I said that. Wait, is this going to cause marital discord?
No, just tell her what you said.
I said that the regular iced teas at Chick-fil-A are much better than the gallon iced teas. They taste different.
Thank you. away with you.
Really? Really? All of that screaming for nothing.
Yo, close the door. All I can smell is the cauliflower.
Great. Now I lost my chance for a potential massage off your fiance.
All you have to do is ask. She'll get the chair out.
Yeah, you should do it while the cauliflower smells down there. Really help you relax.
In your pores.
All right, let's talk about Star Wars.
Passed out from getting a massage. And
Let's finally talk about some Star Wars.
Not enough Yoda. That's my take on it. The parts he was in was pretty good though.
Finn.
Badass. Especially now that you're learning more about him.
See, I don't know. Like, so.
I haven't really read much post movie.
Well, the thing is now they're saying like Finn is some. The fuck? Finn is some like super badass.
He's not a super
shit
badass.
fell down. I thought that shit just bounced the heads. I'm like, oh, I'm out of here. Fuck
You gotta put,
Conjuring 2 happening in your basement.
you gotta put super badass in terms of he was excelled at being a stormtrooper.
Yeah, he was he was the best.
I wouldn't say he was the best in his class. That's like, I was the best in my class, but Andy was the best in his class. There's a lot of bests.
Yeah, like Rory's class rode on school on a short bus. He was the best in that short bus class.
Exactly. There's only 6 of us. Shawnee rode the bus with me.
Shawnee wore the helmet. Rory did not, because they couldn't find one big enough for his big ass head.
So fine. He's best in his class.
Yeah.
He's like super trained in hand-to-hand combat.
Every stormtrooper's
and yet he
trained
got
the
his
same.
ass beat by that other stormtrooper dude.
Who's his friend?
It's his best friend.
It's one of his best friends. They came up in the same 4-person squad training together.
He actually apparently. So what's happened is Finn actually helped. What's his number?
Who, Trader?
Yeah.
2199 nines.
So 2199 actually helped push 2199 along, and Phasm was all pissed off
the
about
guy
it.
who dies. So there's a 4 team. So there's Finn, who's like FN 2187. There's 2199. There's 2100. So because it's Finn 9 zeros and then Slip, and Slip is like 2133.
I thouut Slip was 2199.
Slip is the stormtrooper who dies in the beginning.
Yeah.
And
okay.
puts the blood on Finn's mask. That's like his best. That's a friend that he helped carry through stormtrooper training. And
Stormtrooper.
Phasma always thought that was like a weak point.
He
That
does
like
that shit to me all the time.
he was
so.
like Phasma was like, you should probably just let him die. Like he keeps fucking up, and Finn was like, no, he's not fucking up. He did good. Like he would cover for him constantly. So that's the first person that first massacre in the beginning of the movie is Finn's first battle experience outside of training. And he sees his, like, homie fucking die, like, from the gates.
So that's why he's all like...
That's why he gets all shook up and shit from the beginning. So then when they fight at Maz Cantinas, where, everything really starts to go down, then the dude whips out the badass baton and calls him a traitor. That's one of his other teammates from that first squad. That's 2199. That's nines. So they know each other. Like he knows Finn. So it added. I like that it added a depth to it, kind of like that. It was pretty.
But you had to go now. Now you have to read this book to understand exactly what happened. There's all like this like filler shit that's now they're starting to come out with.
It's all the comics.
To start
it's mostly
explaining
the
things.
comics.
Well, that the 2199 stuff is all in the new. It's a novel.
Oh yeah, with it's like prequels for everyone, kind of little backstories.
So there's all that coming out, but yeah, Finn's a badass. I think he's awesome.
I liked Finn.
Yeah,
He was awesome. Finn, Poe, Ray.
I'm sorry, but Poe is just over the top badass. I'm with that.
Poe, I think, is like Boba Fett level badass. Like he really hasn't done anything yet. He can just fly a jet.
he's pretty damn good at it.
Okay, that's great. Luke was really good at flying an X-wing.
Poe's like the Paul Walker of Star Wars. Really good driving.
But see, Luke was a space wizard. Poe wasn't.
Poe's, well, and again, there's all this extra material. Sam bought me the. Was that a short for it?
I would think it was one of
So
those.
Sam-
I'm like rocking a little bit.
Sam bought me the comic, and it gives like all types of little insight to what's going on in between the last movie and the new one. And there's always been discussion like Han Solo may be force sensitive. Whether or not he's actually believes it or if he can actually do something with the force, that's a different. Like, everyone's sensitive to a point.
He has a low midichlorian count.
So, but, he's like a badass pilot. He survived a bunch of shit he probably shouldn't have. So there might be something to that. But in this book, like, it really goes into who Poe's parents were. And they're pretty involved with the force almost a little bit. Like, it gets pretty crazy. So Poe might be a badass pilot because he's force sensitive. He's not just a badass pilot. But his mom was a badass pilot, too. So
I had heard something
cool.
about Lando Calrissian being Finn's dad.
yeah, well, luckily I think they got rid of that.
There was a toy that was released
That had said it on the card.
yeah,
or something.
said somewhere on the toy Finn Calrissian.
Oh, really?
But then even in the movie, then we learned that his name is not Finn.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
doesn't even
Was.
know his name.
He has no idea what his name is.
Because I guess in the movies they're a bit more like the Halo Spartans. Like, they snag you as a kid and
Right.
train you to become a stormtrooper
Right.
from then on. So you don't really know any better.
The First Order does all this.
First Order's awesome.
I really enjoy BB-8.
Yeah, like
Everyone enjoyed BB-8.
I think if you didn't enjoy BB-8, you probably should just not watch the rest of the movie.
That's what George Lucas wanted Jar Jar Binks to be.
Yes.
Like, he wanted everyone to be like, "Oh my god, this character's so
I know.
awesome!"
But then they should have just made BB-8.
Jar Jar
BB-8.
Binks, the master Jedi of them all.
Oh, that's not true at all. That's like the worst fan theory ever.
I know. I watched that and I was
fucking-
like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, watch it though. It's a
Sith
fucking
Lord!
legit theory. It's just like when you watch the theory on the Matrix, and you're like, Mr. Smith is really like
Mr. Smith's really the one.
And you're
Oh
like,
yeah, yeah. I did see that.
motherfucker, he really is the one.
Jar Jar Binks. I hate that guy.
Yeah,
I hate him too. It doesn't negate the fact he was the badass Jedi of all time.
He's not.
He's like,
He's not even remotely
Yoda, you're
close
my
to that.
bitch.
Negative. Yoda would fuck him up.
That's what you think. Yoda's like, brr, brr. Jar Jar's like, his ears just.
What was
deflecting
What are you
shit.
talking about? Did you just do blaster and lightsaber sounds?
Yeah,
Jesus Christ!
I liked it. I thought it was good.
Nice.
Don't support him. Don't make him feel better. He has to go home and get beaten down by the wife anyway. Tell him to get used to it now.
Going downstairs, finish fill my fish tank with water.
Are you gonna put little Star Wars stuff in there?
No.
You should
You
set
should.
up like a
You
little
should.
Hoth scene.
No, but I want to get a little remote control submarine and drive it into my fish tank.
There's gonna be a yellow
With a camera?
submarine,
Yeah, there's a camera roll.
All right.
like a water
Can I
drone.
come driving around?
Sure.
Yeah!
Can we make the pufferfish puff?
Hopefully not.
Apparently, it kills the other fish.
Can yeah. Can release some toxins into the water.
Oh, does it?
Can you?
I didn't know that.
Can we get a squid?
No.
Why not?
Although they do have cool.
What about octopus?
Actually, I can get a type
They
of
get out.
squid. It's called
That's why you have a top.
Right,
I just want
it's
everybody to
called
know,
a
if you're
cuttlefish.
new watching these shows, we call it the wreck for a reason.
Yeah, you can get a little cuttlefish, which are like a
They can
squid
bite you.
octopus thing. Not really, but yeah.
They have a beak. They'll bite the shit out of you.
They do have like a little bird beak.
I seen that. Yeah. I seen that shown on TV the other day. They were catching cuttlefish in Italy.
Yeah, but they're little tiny guys. You can put them in like a tank.
They were eating them. Oh.
So there's like people watching this.
Are there? Oh, well, if I could read the chat, that'd be excellent.
That's a, yeah, I'll have to zoom in on that some more.
That's all right.
I'm sorry.
You should have a tablet.
A tablet? A chatlet?
Yeah, a tablet.
Chatlet.
Just like in Star Wars.
Yeah.
I bring my little tablet over.
So I have this theory.
Go
Oh,
ahead.
Christ. Here we go.
Okay. Well, it's not really a theory. It's kind of like what I want. They did a great job in the new Star Wars with evolving the Force, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the way he evolved the Force. He stopped the lightsaber bullet. He just shut down Rey when he walked up to her. Like, just couldn't move. She was just stuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
You never saw that before in any of the Star Wars
Yeah,
movies.
they definitely
They
put a lot
evolved
more
it.
force and everything in this, and I like how they did it.
They did
Yeah,
a
that's
great
what
job
they
with that.
said.
So I want them to evolve it a little more and
need
have
glasses.
this really, really badass fight scene in the next movie. And I have this whole fight scene planned out in my head. Now I was just messing around. I was talking to my wife the one night and I was like, listen, this is what's going to happen. Okay. So they evolve the Force. They got to evolve it just one step a little further where they just like unleash
They just
the
turn
raw
each other's
power
lightsabers
into
off
Force.
with the
So I
Force.
have this theory.
Kind of like Super Saiyans. And their
Yeah,
clothes-
almost,
their
like,
clothes
it gets
turn off,
bananas.
and they're naked on naked fighting. And you have emo versus like boyish girl.
So
Old
yes. So I have this fight in my head where like the rebels and where the First Order are like fighting each other, and Ben's there, and Leia's there, and Luke's getting ready to come, and something happened where, oh my god,
He ran out of batteries for his hand.
Yes.
Oh shit!
R2D2 fell apart, and he had to put them back
It's like
together.
the sleeper now. He's like, oh yeah.
And then what's the Supreme Leader's name? I forget. Snoke comes and some. Now this is all just me bullshitting. You're just thinking.
Snoke's really like 2 feet tall.
Yeah,
But
I thought about that too.
Broadcasts
Yes,
himself ginormous
that was
to
immediately what I thought. I was like,
compensate.
oh my god, he's a little Yoda. But I had this vision where Snoke comes out and like kills Leia. And Ben's there, and he's all like distraught because he's
his mommy died.
He's struggling with the Force. He could deal with his dad dying, but he couldn't deal with his mom dying. So he's all torn. He's all fucked up. And Luke comes, okay, and Luke is about to unleash the Force. Like the Earth is starting to rip apart. He's like just tapping into the dark side a little bit, and he's like, "Fuck this!" And he just goes bananas. And and he just starts fucking slaughtering stormtroopers, and he's trying to get to Snoke, and Snoke gets away. And he somehow like gets a hold of Ben's lightsaber. He's got 2 lightsabers. Like
And then fades to
black.
And then it's just
throwing
fade to
them,
black,
coming
and
back.
it's like
fucking like ripping like TIE fighters out of the sky and slamming them into the stormtroopers type deal.
That needs to happen.
You know what I mean?
Well,
like
yeah,
something
that would
epic.
go with what the hell is that game?
Force Unleashed.
Force
They did that
Unleashed.
a couple
Yeah,
Yeah, but see,
Cruise
like
on
your
it.
theory would go, and it would get to that scene after sitting there for 2 hours, and then just fade to black. Like the final one come out in 2 years, and you're like, motherfucker!
That,
And then
that would be pretty. I'm liking this.
But there's a little more to it. So Luke has a little bit of a dark side to him. What I thought when you see him dressed in black at the end of the
Right.
6 movies, and now you see him in like kind of like a lighter side again. He's regained his force balance, where he's
Really excited about
he's
this.
not. I am, dude. I have this theory in my head, and I'm like,
That's why-
oh my
that's why I
god.
like talking to Maddie.
And so then all of a sudden he's there, and he like drops to his knees. He sees Snoke get away, and he realizes his sister's dead. He's all fucked up, and he drops the lightsabers, and they're like both still unleashed, like glowing red and blue. Like oh shit. And then you see Ben come over. Now, see, here's the problem, though, is because I don't really want Ben to be a good guy. But I could see, like, Ben coming over, and, Luke's looking like, which lightsaber should I grab? And Ben grabs, like, the blue one and hands it to him. Like, you can't lose sight of the Force.
Gives him like a pep talk.
And then the circle jerk.
And then he just, like, what's that Chinese thing where they commit suicide?
Seppuku?
Yeah, Ben commits seppuku. I don't know. That's just
What the fuck?
I mean, we are talking to a dude that's wearing a T-shirt that has an astronaut riding a unicorn across the Milky Way galaxy.
Don't be mad because you don't got the balls to wear that shirt.
It's pretty sweet.
Just upset on.
But I'm just saying, how cool would that be? Like
Needs more
ripping a
kittens.
TIE fighter out of the sky and slamming it down on a group of stormtroopers.
Ever since that happened in the first Force Unleashed game,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I've would love, and he rips a fucking Star Destroyer out of the sky.
Yep.
I would love to see like
forgot
just a
about that
badass
game.
That's a
Jedi.
badass theory.
Just fucking
Because I already said I was pissed off that Ben kills Han.
Yeah.
Because you're going to be forced to love Ben by the end of the 3rd movie.
Yeah.
By the 9th movie, I should say. By the end of the 9th movie, you're going to be forced to love Ben. But that way,
see. I feel like
I think I'm okay with it.
you should watch Game of Thrones
Why?
because this is what happens every week.
Game
You're
of
like,
Thrones
this
to
dude's
love
a
hate
cocksucker. I hope he fucking dies. And then at the end of the season, you're like, you know what? I really like him.
I like Jamie
I do like him. You know, like,
Jamie
the only
Lannister's a
person I
perfect
haven't
example.
like Jamie Lannister, Tywin Lannister. Like he's a dick. He's horrible to his kids. Like the only one he's even remotely good to is Jamie, and he's still a dick to Jamie.
I never liked Tywin. I
Yeah,
never
but then,
flipped the switch. To
Then he
Tywin.
has the second season where him and Arya interact like that whole season when she's at the camp, and he's like really good to her. He's like he like talks to her, and you're like, okay, I kind of like Tywin.
Flip me around.
It flipped me around 100%. I thought
Nope.
Tywin was awesome. And
Yeah, I don't know how I felt.
See, like Jamie, I flipped on Jamie. Like I like Jamie now.
and the Red Witch, I fucking still despise her, Melisandre.
I never liked
She
her.
needs to get.
I never liked her.
I like her boobs.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Boobs are awesome.
she should be naked somewhere, and I'd be okay with it. Like Daenerys, like I've kind of become indifferent for Daenerys.
For the Khaleesi, yeah, she's
She's
kind
just
of.
become like little emo like bitch who complains about everything. Woe is me.
Yeah, you don't hear Sansa Stark complaining.
Mater said 10-1. Kylo Ren will fight Luke, and Luke will say, "If you strike me down, I will become more powerful than you can imagine." That's the Obi-Wan line.
Is that what that was? That's pretty good. That's pretty good. No, I think we're gonna get that like middle road, Like Ben, I think even after killing Han, still conflicted about shit for whatever reason that is. I don't think that he's on a secret mission from Luke.
I think Ben's.
That is a good theory, though.
I think
That
Ben's
is, yeah.
personality
It is.
perfectly lines up with kind of like Darth Vader. Like Darth Vader came in and you didn't like Darth Vader immediately. You didn't like him. He was the ultimate villain. But throughout the like those 3 movies he was in, there was definitely some conflict and questioning he had in there, which kind of made you like, okay. And towards the end, you're like, all right, he wasn't really that bad of a dude. He had his like internal
He
demons.
was a pretty bad dude.
He was a bad guy.
They blew up an entire planet.
Yeah, well, you know.
Like he's Hitler levels of bad dude.
It is very.
He didn't blow up the planet. The other guy blew up the planet.
Darth Vader was on there with
No,
the Death
Grand
Star.
Moff did.
Well, either way, Tarkin's a
Grand
dick
Moff
too.
blew up the planet.
Either way.
Yeah, and let's not talk about Hitler stuff because this movie had like hella Hitler.
Yeah.
When you have an entire scene and all the stormtroopers go, oh, it's like, oh, you're missing.
The big flags, and you had the
Yeah.
guy, the way
Yeah.
he was speaking.
Oh, yeah.
And it's-
All you're missing was Heil Hitler.
Hail Snoke.
House Snoke!
Yeah, that's all you're missing. By the way, I watched Man in High Castle. Horrible TV show.
You didn't like it?
That was
I've been watching
horrible.
Making a Murderer.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
that's
watched
what
that.
got me
My
fucked up
mind.
right now.
Apparently, they left a lot of evidence out from that, but even still, there's a lot of shit that happens in there. You're
Still
like,
a lot
there's
of
still
shady
these people
shit.
should have never been in charge of this investigation.
Exactly, and
Blah,
that's
blah, blah.
Yeah.
and even like I got to the episode they did a blood test.
Did you watch it?
And they were
I
like,
didn't see it.
the
vial?
the bitch had the anomaly in the test, and they were like, well, according to your protocol, it should have been called inconclusive. But why wasn't it? And I was just like
They were in too deep.
I
dude,
had to keep him
so goddamn deep.
to keep him down.
I didn't watch every episode of that. Like, I
Andy.
watched like probably 90% of it. There's like 1 or 2 episodes the wife watched that I didn't watch and everything. But like when they go in there and they like look at the old blood sample and has like the needle
The,
puncture up the
the
top.
evidence box is broken. The evidence case it's in is broken, and then there's a puncture mark in a blood.
Let's randomly
'Cause
go
he was
back to
like,
his
He was like, they
garage.
took a bunch of blood and stuff, and you're like, why is he even talking about this
And listen,
in the
I've
interview?
watched
Then
enough-
they find the fucking blood in an evidence locker.
Yeah, I've watched
Tampered with.
I've watched enough Criminal Minds and everything to know that like if this woman was violently molested and chained to that bed, had her throat slit in the garage
And
and then
stabbed.
shot and stabbed and everything, there'd be some blood in there or some other
Everywhere.
DNA, other places. I've seen
this
enough.
dude-
I've seen enough forensic files and shit. They're like, all right, let's click on the black. Like, oh, look at all this
This dude's
semen
like-
everywhere. It's like, oh, look, you tried cleaning with bleach down here, but it didn't even kill everything. There's still some blood samples and
That's
shit.
not bleach, it's just more semen.
There's no way that this dude, with
This
his
dude-
means and everything, could have
Supposedly
cleaned
she
everything
died in the
perfectly.
garage, and it's like a borderline hoarder's garage. There's just shit stacked on top of each other. Like,
But they
there's
found
no
no
way he
traces of
cleaned all
anything
the
everywhere
blood.
there. The only thing they found was like her one car was missing its battery, and there was some DNA evidence supposedly underneath the hood that wasn't shown in that show, but underneath the hood on there. And the prosecutor's like, yeah, even if we discount all the blood and the key being planted, they took like 6 searches to find the key in his house. I mean, he lives in a
Yeah.
fucking trailer with a room that's like 3x4.
And then they go back later. Oh, we found a bullet this time.
Yeah,
okay,
4
let's-
months later. Dude, it will shade
you'll be
you
like,
out
"Ah!"
so hard.
I don't need to watch that one. I watched it, like I was telling you, I was watching the one about the 3 kids that
Yeah.
killed the kids back
Oh,
in
yeah,
'92.
that one. Yeah.
I was on HBO a
see
couple
that.
months back.
It's good.
Yeah.
Kinda like
apparently-
how-
All those kids
how
fucked
Kylo
themselves
and
over
Anakin,
though
like,
because they
just
could have
killed
been,
all the
they could have been
younglings.
rich
Same
out of their
thing.
minds.
What does he say? They killed the women and the
But they-
children.
I killed the women and the children.
Oh, that's what
he
it
said.
is. He's so bad.
Said I killed them all, even the women and the children.
Those kids, instead of going back to trial, basically signed a
did
waiver
bang
saying
Natalie
they weren't
Portman.
They weren't claiming guilt,
love
but they were guilty, so they got off
Exactly.
on time served.
Yes.
So they can't sue and everything about that. I'm like, you fucking moron.
They wanted to get out and try to progress forward, but now they have some other kind of representation now that's...
It doesn't matter. They signed affidavits and everything. They're pretty much fucked.
I know.
Yeah, whatever.
They admitted to killing the kids is what happened, so now... But now
Jesus.
they're out. Yeah, so same situation. So,
So Kylo Ren, essentially.
yeah.
It's Stephen Avery.
Oh, Jesus.
He killed Han, but maybe not. There was no evidence.
Oh, there's evidence. I saw a giant red fucking spike go through his chest.
But did he pull it or did Han pull it?
See, that's the thing.
Did you play?
That's the thing.
Did you
Nobody
play?
knows.
Did you play the DLC for the second Force Unleashed?
No, I didn't play the
You
second
go
one.
in as Star Killer, still under Vader's command,
Yes.
and you do the attack on Endor with the Ewoks and shit, and you straight up kill Han the same way Kylo Ren did.
Really?
Like you jump, like Wookiees, Chewie's in an ATST, and he's trying to kill you, and you fuck up the AT-ST, right? And you fucking just grab Chewie out of that shit. And Han tries to shoot you with the blaster, and you throw Chewie in front of the shots. So then you throw Chewie down, and then you jump over, and Han's like, pew, 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 pew. And you're there, Starkiller, like, womp, womp, womp. And he just gets up on him, just goes, womp, right through him. And I was like,
Apparently, Han should have picked up the crossbow, apparently.
Yeah,
yeah, the bowcaster was a
badass.
badass. Well, that's that whole point,
Dick.
and why they showed it so much. That thing destroyed everyone. They shot the ground with it, and like 3 stormtroopers went flying. So for Kylo Ren to take a gut shot,
I know. I feel like there's like a different
he's a
setting
beast.
on it.
No, there's not.
Because
It's not a Star Trek phaser.
Pinpoint shot, explosion shot.
No, Kylo Ren's a badass.
Oh, I got some indigestion. My belly button got a little bigger. Oh, got rid of the hair over there.
Either way, it was dope.
I haven't gone through puberty yet.
They need more lightsaber shit in the next one.
I heard somebody say they didn't like him as Ben, and I was like, I liked him.
Dude, I like him in
The
everything
way,
he's in.
even when he walked into the room when he was pissed off, he just fucking, you see him, and he's destroys stuff, and then he's fucking banging his wound.
Yeah.
I like when the
The other just standing in the background, I'm like, motherfucker.
Yeah, the stormtrooper's like,
no. He just stops his buddy and just turns around and goes the other way.
well, that's like that it's almost that little bit of comedy, but that little bit of like realness too.
Yeah.
Like if you were like a soldier and you and your dude are on your patrol and you come in and your commanding officer is like literally throwing shit everywhere, just destroying his office, you're just like, yeah, we didn't see this. Turn around.
I
Get
do
outta
like
here.
how they expanded the comedy in this one. Because before, like, the original 3, so, 4, 5, and 6, it was pretty much just C-3PO and R2-D2 were, like, your main comedic forces. Like, a little bit of Chewie here and there, like, some of the interaction between him and
but
Han
even
were a little bit of fun.
Compare like Chewie and Han comedy to Chewie and Han comedy in this one. Like,
Oh, yeah. They totally,
huge.
like, open it. I mean, it's totally world different. And I get that, like, it's different. It's different mindset of people going to see movies these days as there were back in like 70s camp, but I'm really glad they did it. Like, they did it well.
Good job.
Well, that's Abrams doing his thing the right way too. Because you saw that like when they redid Star Trek.
I like Star Trek.
That was really
Did you see
good.
the new preview?
I'm worried about it.
Really?
Well, they're not on the ship at all. They get like crash landed on a planet. They get Idris Elba to be the bad guy, and he's in whiteface. Like he's this crazy creature looking alien. Like instead,
But it's okay for him to do it.
Yeah, well, whatever. We're not going to get in that discussion.
I had to remind my mom over Christmas. I'm like, somehow or another we were talking about like costumes and like how my mom used to make these cool costumes and they're so epic and everything. I'm like, Mom, you sent me to school one year as Urkel, and she's like, yeah. And I'm like, she's like, yeah, that was a great costume. I'm like, Mom, you painted my face black and my hands. I went to school in blackface.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
I'm like, I would have been expelled.
Your mom's a racist.
If that happened now. And she's like, yeah, but it was a really cute costume. It was well done. You look just like Urkel. That defeats the purpose of the point that I'm trying to make here. You sent me to school in blackface.
Ray?
Total badass.
I think she's
This is awesome.
I personally think she's a little over the top.
What?
Yeah.
You hate women.
No, I don't hate women.
You hate women. Every time there's a cool female character, you're like,
It's like an Italian coming out. Oh, there's a woman in the lead. Nope, gotta be a man in the lead, and a woman's gotta be a sidekick.
It's not like you sit there and like, fuck this bitch. I'm gonna fuck all these bitches. Like you're not like that, but you're like, man, I just can't believe a female character could do that.
No, I'm not saying that.
Should have been a guy.
See, no, fuck you. See, now you're getting all this shit turned around on me. No, and you know exactly what I'm talking about. Has nothing
I know
to do
you're
with
always
it.
like, I think she was a little overrated. How? She was awesome.
Yeah, but that's the problem. Is like she has no formal training that we know of.
That
or
we
anything
know of.
like that, and she just fucking just walks in, and all of a sudden she
Oh,
can
no,
destroy
I
the
would say
world.
she has formal training because she sat there and had to like defend herself on that savage planet, sitting there with all the other scavengers, and they're trying to rip her off all the time. She's had to defend herself back there. There's
Right,
obviously
so she's been stuck on this planet the whole time. She drives around a speeder, and all miraculously she can fly a ship.
Yeah, she found training simulations and she would play them as games. That was
Where
in the
the
movie.
fuck was this written?
It's in the movie. She talks
that
about
was
it
said in the movie?
because they're like, how can you fly that good? She was like, it's really boring on a desert planet. And on the crashed Star Destroyer, she found training simulations for pilots.
I don't remember.
I
I don't
missed
remember that
that.
part.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure I
that's
heard that.
like right in the movie.
Pretty sure I heard
It was
that.
probably one of my pee breaks.
You're like a 72-year-old man.
I know it's bad.
Yeah, all those Star Destroyers and all the ships that crashed.
I did not see anything about that whatsoever.
She found pilot training simulations.
So not only can she fly like a fighter
fly.
pilot, but she can also fly like
Poe can fly an X-wing and a TIE fighter.
yes, but they're fighters. That makes sense.
I don't know. Does it? Can you fly a Harrier and a 747?
And she's miraculously like awesome with a lightsaber and everything too.
Probably has some training. Well, she used like a bow staff.
That's not like using a lightsaber.
You would still know what to do, and it's not like she's a good fighter. She's just.
I think
overwhelming Kylo Ren.
I think Rey deserves more build up because she's going to be.
You're also saying she's badass with a lightsaber, but to me, it's just Ben wasn't that good at a lightsaber.
No, Ben was badass with a lightsaber because that's what he trained. You
don't know how long he trained.
Ben finally got the good guy treatment, and it's in like every anime.
Not Ben.
Like Ben got it, but like Ninja Scroll or Samurai X, like the first Samurai X. Kenshin fights an entire fucking army, and then finally fights the boss. Full Metal Alchemist. They finally fight all the fucking bad guys with the red thing on their chest. What the fuck were they called? You know what I mean? Like Spike and Cowboy Bebop. He fights an entire fucking gang before he fights Vicious. He's already worn the fuck down. So you're giving him a disadvantage. So Kylo Ren is already distraught to begin with the whole movie. He's still really fighting with light or dark side. Snoke's like, you got to kill your fucking dad.
Okay, hang on. Right? So
he kills his fucking dad.
Here's my thing. Rey deserves more of a build-up, as she is going to to be the main hero
of these movies to do that.
The next 3 movies, right? But they just threw her in. They're just like, bam, she is fucking awesome.
Yeah,
where I think they need a little to get to the top.
Yeah. It's the same thing as like Anakin when Anakin
the hardcore
first
Star Wars nerds are always like, oh, Boba Fett's fucking awesome. Luke Skywalker accidentally hit him in the back of the jetpack, and he flew into a Sarlacc pit.
Well,
that's how he
popped
died.
A hole in the jetpack.
Either way, it was accidentally. He was like, "What's back there?" And it was like, "Ah!"
Anakin started like.
I'm not a Boba Fett fan.
Anakin was super
know, like
intelligent,
Yeah,
really good at speed racer, and then he went on to harness the Force by, training and everything to figure out the rest of the stuff. Rey is really, heavy on there. She can fly speed racer. She's like adequate fighting. Now Luke's going to train her up, and that's the story built up with Luke coming back in.
And that's
I still don't feel like Anakin, even if you're going back to the shitty movies, Anakin wasn't that badass.
By the second movie, he was miraculously a badass.
Well, you also got to remember
the second movie.
Yeah, what happened between the first and the second one?
But that's all that training because he goes from a child to a teenager.
But he's like,
yeah, but she's already a teenager, so we already know at some point she turned into a badass. She is a self-reliant, independent woman on a shitty planet.
You're talking an 8-year-old.
I like to see you survive in the desert of Jakku.
You're talking an 8-year-old who was badass at that.
Why wasn't it Tatooine? Damn it!
Because then that would just be too obvious.
They should have just made it Tatooine.
No, fuck Tatooine. That place sucks.
They didn't need to do Chak.
They just. Well, you can't do it to Tatooine again because the Afghani ISIS forces technically are on that set, so you can't really reclaim that one.
That's
Rey, I think certain people get it in their head that she's awesome, but there's a reason she's awesome that they haven't told us yet. And that's where the theories come in about her having previous Jedi training, her possibly being Luke's child, or maybe Obi-Wan's child, or grandchild. So, we see Kylo go do his shit. Then he's like, oh, I got Rey. And he fucking tries to do the mind thing to get some information.
You just got yelled at, by the way.
Who? By who?
Mater says Han hit Boba Fett in the back.
Whatever. I'll hit you in the back, Mater, with my lightsaber. That's a penis joke.
He's got to be really close to you.
It has to be really close. You're gonna know I'm there. But so there's unknown.
It'll most likely be a line at Turkey Hill.
There's unknown as to why she's so awesome, and so it's possible that so she touches the lightsaber that potentially her family members have touched.
Okay.
And she's strong in the Force.
Okay.
So she gets all the fucked up visions.
Yep.
And then dude goes to try to fucking play mind tricks with her.
Yeah.
And obviously she's able to flip it on him.
Right.
It's not magic that she's doing that. Like, there's something more to it.
Okay,
we
that's
just
fine.
haven't had that explained
when
yet.
if and when that is explained, then my theory will be my feeling towards the situation will be
Then I
completely
feel
flipped.
like you're like a hipster then.
Why am I a hipster?
You're like, oh, well, you're like a bandwagoner.
That's not a bandwagon.
She'll be like,
That's-
well, she did have Jedi training. Okay, it's cool now.
that will be fine. But I don't think she's had Jedi training.
I think she has.
I don't think she's. I'm still not on board with the Luke's daughter thing, and I'm not on board with the Obi-Wan's. Well, I could be on board with Obi-Wan's daughter. That would make a little bit more sense. But the Luke's daughter thing, I don't think so. And maybe Obi-Wan's granddaughter as opposed to.
Yeah, Obi-Wan's
Because
granddaughter.
she'd be too old. She was his daughter. She'd be about
But I
the
feel
same.
like, especially like if it was Obi-Wan's granddaughter, she'd either be way older
That's what I mean.
or something. Even if it was his granddaughter.
Oh, granddaughter? You think
Yeah.
she'd be even... No, because think
Dude,
about it.
he was old as dirt in the first movie.
Yeah, it was old as shit.
Yeah, but if he
He
didn't
was
have...
wandering around for 30 years by himself.
I understand that.
And
but
now Luke's like 20-ish
Right,
in the first movie.
right.
And then by the end of those movies, and then he's been gone for 30 years.
Yeah.
So there's another 60-year span, and then this is finally like his granddaughter magically appearing. But
Well,
we
you
didn't
have
know
to look
anything
at it the
else.
same way. Like, so, look at it as... Obi-Wan's not much older than Anakin.
He's older than Anakin.
Not much,
10 years.
if that.
Yeah, it's got to be more than that. He's got to be in his late 20s, and Anakin's 8 years old when they finally find him for the first time.
Yeah,
He's
they
got to
don't
be in
really
his
do an
20s.
age.
I think.
Well, he's a knight.
I
in the
think
first
Obi-Wan.
movie.
I think. No, he's Padawan in the first movie.
I thought he was a knight.
No,
Oh, yeah.
Either way, he still looks like he's in
Qui-Gon's
at a
Qui-Gon's,
minimum in his
right.
20s.
Yeah.
I think he's in late teens.
Yo, Ewan McGregor can't pull off late teens for the fucking life of him.
Yeah, I know, but still, I think he's supposed to be in his late teens. So late teens has kids around the same time that Anakin has kids, and then
Who, Obi-Wan?
yeah,
He wouldn't have. Obi-Wan couldn't have had kids the same time Anakin had kids.
No,
Because
well,
Obi-Wan followed the fucking Jedi
right.
code
So it
and
would have
didn't
been
bang a bunch of shit.
further afterwards. So that would make
Yeah, but I
them.
don't know if he-
that would
I don't know
make.
if he would.
Hang
Yeah.
on.
Maybe he donated his semen to the Jedi semen
That would make
depository bank.
Obi-Wan's kids younger than Han or younger than Leia and Luke. Leia's kid is early 20s right
Yeah,
now.
he looks like he's older
Yeah.
than Rey. Yeah.
So it would work out.
Potentially. I'll give you that. I just don't think Obi-Wan would do that. I think Obi-Wan literally saw firsthand what
I think Obi-Wan
going
walked
against-
around was like,
going against the Jedi code could
got
do.
pregnant.
You know what I mean? Like, he literally, like, his Padawan fucked everything up.
Yeah.
Well,
So
maybe he
for-
wanted to get a taste of it. He was like, you know what? Maybe
No,
let's
I
see
don't
what
think
it's
he's
like.
that, though. I don't think he would be like,
Maybe-
oh, well, fuck
no,
it.
maybe
I'm
he's
not a
like,
Jedi
no,
anymore.
he's like, yo, Anakin just killed all these Jedi children. We need to repopulate the Jedi.
Yeah.
No,
Yo,
that's not what he
bitches.
said.
He was ensuring the future.
No, he wasn't.
These
You guys are out of
kids
your
don't
mind.
have enough midichlorians these days.
Come swallow some.
The kids? How else are you going to get them to get
Well, the kids were all
midichlorians?
killed.
Oh, I thought you were making a semen joke.
I was a semen joke. But I didn't know if it was,
just comes
I didn't know if it was a kid semen joke or an adult semen joke.
adult semen joke.
Anyway, all right.
They should
So
have just had Michael Jackson in this movie.
was there enough Luke?
Yes and no. Like, it paid off to do it that way.
I think it's
To,
perfect.
to really just wait till the end. You know what I mean?
I
Like,
think there could have been something said right there, and it would have had as much of a dramatic impact, but still been a little more Luke to fill in, like,
to not
cap
say
off that
anything.
movie. No, I think he should have said, like, there should
I
have
know,
been a
but I'm
small
saying-
conversation.
It would have
And I-
had just as much of impact of him not saying.
Yeah, but
anything
is
if he would've
the
said
awkward
something.
silence because someone finally found him on this planet, or is the awkward silence because Rey found him on this
I
planet?
think the awkward silence is he was jerking off in his robe.
He wasn't jerking off in his robes.
He's using a sleeper, man. He's like, off feeling.
He can use the fucking force. He doesn't need to
Oh,
use the
feeling.
sleeper. Like, if you could use the force, would you ever, like, jerk off with your hands again?
Well,
Would you just not just be like,
but if I had a robot hand, then I could, like, turn off the, like, nerve receptacle so I don't have to feel
you're not
it.
that good with electronics, so you'd be like, whoop! Just like,
not like
crush your
the Big
penis.
Bang
Like
Theory.
Big Bang Theory.
He was like, hey, no!
Did you try unplugging it?
Sitting there with a soldering iron and your dick out still in your hand, like, oh god, I gotta get this off. That'd be bad.
See, I also got another theory. Now, I don't know how this is just little shit I was thinking about. So, after the Jedi Academy fell apart, where Ben, kind of fucked everything up, and Luke, if he did have a kid, he wanted her to find him instead of him finding her to train her because he felt like he failed with Ben. I don't know if you guys have talked about that.
Well, the thing they didn't bring up, so they say like the Jedi Academy basically fell apart. They didn't say Ben went out and killed everyone in there.
Right.
So you have these other necessarily like Jedis that are out there, maybe not trained, but at least have like the impact on the Force. And
I thought one of the flashbacks showed Ben just murking people.
Ben and the Knights of Ren literally like murked through his entire Jedi class at wherever Luke was training them.
all right, where was Luke?
Luke was there with him.
Luke
giving
was there.
R2D2 a handy.
I don't remember that flashback.
With
It's
the
real.
limp
It's
hand.
real quick, but like it's real rainy, and it's kind of hard to make out the bodies. You only see it in the lightning. But then there's Kylo Ren with the red lightsaber and like 6 dudes around him, all in black too. And we haven't even seen the Knights of Ren either.
Right.
We've only seen, so we don't know if there's.
Well, that all depends on if Snoke is following the Order of Two.
He might
Which
not-
is technically
it's
Legends
It's not
now.
guaranteed Sith though. You know what I mean? Like it's just dark side.
Yeah, I know.
So there's no.
Yeah.
Even though Snoke's kind of leading him on already. I wouldn't say he's breaking like rule of 2, but between having the little Hitler guy and Kylo Ren, he's purposely pitting those two against each other. To see
Yeah,
who
but
can
the
do
little
most damage.
little Hitler guy is running.
The First Order. Well, he's not. Snoke's running the First Order.
No, I know, but like the little Hitler guy is like the face of
The First Order. Yeah.
as opposed to
So I don't know.
Phasm doesn't see.
Snoke.
No. God, Jesus Christ, you two. I've watched American History X like 5 times in my life. All right, I don't need any more.
Hell Hopper Grublin. Whatever the hell it is.
9999999.
I love those like those videos of that where they have like something else on it. Oh, I love those.
Pretty good.
The Xbox won't have backwards compatibility.
You just see everybody out in the hallway like
All shook up.
it's kind of like when
kind of like the stormtroopers.
stormtroopers like.
No,
Except they stay there. I'd have gone left.
Maybe we do have
Let's
to go
talk-
see it again today.
What?
Now that we're talking about it, Star Wars
Let's talk about
lightsabers.
no. Why would we talk about lightsabers?
Penises.
I like lightsabers.
All right, well, okay, fine. So a lot of people don't realize that the lightsaber that Ren uses, that all has been explained now, right?
Yep.
The side ports are vent ports.
They're not cross guards.
They're not cross guards. And the crystal that the reason that he needs it is because the crystal is
I don't know. Did they
Unstable,
ever
yes.
did they ever mention that, or is that just theory?
It's not mentioned in
Because
the,
it's an ancient Sith design of a lightsaber. So is it because it's like an ancient design that he needs the vent ports? That's just the way it's designed, or is it because he's using an unstable crystal?
he's using the unstable crystal. He needs to vent out the power
the
of the
Sith,
crystal.
The Sith never used.
They use regular crystals too.
They used synthesized crystals, though. They started making their own crystals, the red crystals.
No, that wasn't until the
I still like Darth Maul's lightsaber the best. The double-ended Darth
sweet.
lightsaber.
that wasn't until they
Sweet.
destroyed that planet or something like that.
Where like the main crystals were
Yeah,
from and stuff.
yeah. So he found one that's like a legit crystal, which is unstable, apparently. And Mater is saying that it's apparently it's from Revan's lightsabers in the books.
What, the crystal?
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool to tie that to it.
Yeah.
Well, hold on.
Well,
Revan from like Knights of the Old Republic?
Revan is still
Canon.
canon.
Yeah.
Games, movies, books that happen in between the movies, the new comic series are all canon.
Yeah, the old EU is pretty much thrown out.
Right. The old EU is gone. Thrawn is gone. Some of the old Republic stuff is now Legends.
So Dengar never rescued Boba Fett out of the Sarlacc pit. Horrible.
I thought you said you didn't like him.
I don't know what you're talking about.
That's how Boba Fett gets out. Dengar, the other mercenary, the guy that has like the towel wrapped around his head.
Oh, I
He
don't
helps
know.
him get out of the Sarlacc pit, and then they become homies. And Boba Fett's actually in his wedding when Dengar gets married.
Oh. Okay. I didn't know anything about that, so whatever.
I just think it's funny.
I don't
Is he
like
wearing a
Boba
merc
Fett.
gear in the wedding?
I don't know what he was wearing. Probably something nice.
He was wearing the white armor,
Yeah, the old test armor.
which is awesome. That's pretty cool. Also, pretty awesome armor.
I like that. I do like that Boba Fett theory that he's the one that killed Uncle Owen and Aunt Peru.
I think that works.
I think it works really well.
But after you saw the flame troopers, then you're like, okay, so they do
Yeah,
have
they
some
do
kind
have
of
flame troopers.
Flame troopers. Yes, as a theory on that, like
I'll tell you what, man. Flamethrower is a frightening weapon.
Oh yeah.
Like
It's threatening.
literally
It's frightening to
Literally.
like, be attacked by it, and it's as well as it's frightening to have to use it
to
as a
use
weapon.
it. Yeah, and it like blows my mind that even like galaxy far, far away, like there's flamethrowers. Like, oh, check this out. We made fire. I'm going to fucking throw it over there 30 feet away.
I was at New Year's Eve. I was at Ryan Flynn's house, and I look outside, and he's got a butane tank connected to a little valve, and on the end of it, somehow he constructed a flamethrower.
Yeah.
And right out of the end of his little cord to his butane tank is a fucking fire, like the blue flame. I was like, "Oh my god, what are you doing?" He goes, "It's the easy way to start a fire." I was like, "Oh my god, Flynn, are you kidding me? Just torching it." I was like, "All right, I'm gonna go back inside."
He's out of his mind.
A fucking flamethrower, yeah,
Oh man.
yeah.
So what else about Star Wars?
Millennium Falcon.
What about it?
X-Wings. The X-Wings are dope.
The new X-Wings are nice.
I really like them. There's a little bit of redesign in it.
Oh,
That
I
scene
know.
when they all come in right above the water.
How about
Yeah,
the
that was
petition
More petition.
to get
Oh.
George Lucas to direct the next one?
Oh, God.
I don't even take it seriously because there's only like 4,000 signatures.
There's 5,000 signatures,
Oh,
and it was quick that it got 5,000 signatures.
I don't think it was that quick. I think this thing's finally getting a tiniest bit of steam and attention
Why would they ever want him?
I don't
because
know.
people are jerk offs.
I think it's because of how upset he was with this movie.
He was upset with it.
Oh yeah.
He talked a lot of shit.
God,
yeah.
his movies, okay, the first three were amazing. Then the next first three came out. Did you ever watch George Lucas versus the People?
No, I'm mean to. It's on
I think
Netflix.
it's on Netflix. Yeah. Oh my God.
Good Netflix thing to watch is
Making a Murderer.
No, Lego Brickumentary.
Lego Brickumentary.
Brickumentary. It's a documentary. It's a brickumentary.
Yeah.
It's really good.
What's it about?
Legos.
Oh.
Love
So-
Legos.
So what did Lucas say?
He called Disney the white slavers.
Oh, they are.
He's like I regret selling my creation to the white slavers.
Yeah, besides that, it made you like a billionaire.
Yeah, he sold it for $4 billion or something.
Yeah, he has a lot of stock in Disney. Is what a lot of it was.
Which is great now, considering Disney owns Marvel.
Disney
Yeah.
owns everything.
Marvel and Star Wars. That's all they need.
Yeah, they're
Really, the only reason they paid that much money for Star Wars was one, so they could release these movies they knew were going to be billionaire things, but really just so they could make their own park.
We're gonna have to go to Star Wars Park once it's open.
It's supposed to open this summer.
I'm going in 2017.
Just like they're
and I'm
making,
gonna go see it.
aren't they making like an Avatar land down there too?
Not in Disney.
That was in Disney.
Avatar is not owned by Disney. It's Universal, isn't it?
I don't think so. I thought they were making part of the,
Who
Wild-
cares about Avatar Land when you can have Star Wars Land?
because they're like giant blue creatures with nice boobs that don't wear any clothing.
It's not how it's gonna look that on a theme park.
Not in Disney anyway.
It's gonna be like just the Pirates of the
No,
Caribbean
man,
repainted.
Disney's got like that like nightclub island you can go to. There's shit like that going on.
It's not even an island. It's
Radio
just, it's just a
Disney's fucking
street.
hitting on satellite radio. Put on Radio Disney.
I don't have satellite radio.
I don't understand what we were listening to that day. It was really weird.
It was like all like good dance music. It was crazy.
I don't. The second my Sirius subscription expires, my new vehicles, I just don't renew it. I don't see a need.
Well, next time you get a new vehicle and you have Sirius, Radio Disney.
All right, so probably the next 6 months.
Han died. Anybody else upset about that?
No.
I was.
Yeah, I was heartbroken.
Thank you.
No, not really.
I think they should have waited a movie.
No,
Yeah.
because he's wanted out since the first movie.
No, he has not wanted out
Yes,
since the
he
first movie.
has.
No, we talked about this last night. Han felt that his character, because of the way that, drawing a blank on his name.
Harrison Ford.
Harrison Ford thought the way that his character has been, or his character was created, he felt that he should have gone out in a blaze of glory at some other time.
In 6 or 5 or 6. Yes, he said, all right, the storyline has to be built up so that I died here, but he wanted out of the series in 4 and 5, or 5 and 6, and they didn't let him out of the series in 5 and 6. He wanted out.
He didn't want to. He thought his character should.
No,
be
he wanted out. He was petitioning to be killed off in there because he did not want to play in these movies anymore. And the only reason he came back and he did this one is because they're letting him do another Indiana Jones.
What do you mean they're letting him?
They were not. They did not greenlight another Indiana Jones until he said he would do Star Wars. So Disney's picking up the next Indiana Jones.
Oh, because it's the Lucas movie, isn't it?
Correct. It's the only reason he came back for the Star Wars.
They should do another president.
He did not want to be in Star Wars at all past 4. He wanted out. He did not. I don't know what his deal was or why he didn't like it, but he did not like being in Star Wars.
He's the only one making money off of it.
Well, actually,
Carrie Fisher.
Carrie Fisher made the most money out of all of them.
She's the only one who signed royalties.
No, she's not the only one that signed royalties. Harrison has some royalties, but she's the only one that did full royalties.
Fox gave George Lucas the rights to the whole thing, so...
Fox what?
Fox. Movies? They gave all the rights to Star Wars to George Lucas because they didn't think it was going to be successful. That's why he was able to sell it to Disney. Right. It was stupid. Because it came out and made tons and tons of money.
Yeah, but you never know. A lot of people, every time we see something like why would you not fund that? And there's someone that's like, really?
Well, I just saw the poster for Lou Ferrigno's new movie. I thought it looked amazing, and I watched the trailer.
Horrible.
It was awful. I don't know, some new action thriller that he's doing. He looks badass in like the cover poster for it. I'm like, this looks dope. And I watched the trailer, and it's his Let's Be Self, and I was just like, no.
Does he turn into the Hulk?
No.
Well, then I don't want to watch it.
He's like, I'm sorry for not being here.
It's like a slow Arnold.
Yeah.
I watched his documentary, or not his documentary, the Pumping Iron once, and he's weightlifting. Arnold. It was good. I was laughing. I was like, yeah, Lou.
Oh, man.
Since you get back into like when you're alone in your bed, you're like, Arnold!
Get through the chopper.
I love that.
Put the ball. She's like, it's not a tumor.
When's the last time you masturbated?
When's the last time he got laid?
Probably last night.
When's the last time you had sex?
Oof.
Careful, Andy.
Yeah, think about this answer. Someone has LegalZoom.com bookmarked.
Hell's that?
That's where you get divorces.
I don't know.
See? That's why all the masturbation jokes are coming out heavy today. You need to treat yourself.
I got some action.
Do a little KY.
We'll go to the wishy-washy place.
I didn't get laid, but I got a little action the other night.
There you go. Apparently not enough.
I love that you winked at the microphone into the camera. She can hear you.
I know.
Oh my god.
No, I loved it. Everyone should go see the new Star Wars.
Yeah, if you haven't seen it
Don't
already,
be a dirtbag and be like, yeah, I'm not getting cut in the hype. It's an awesome movie, even if it wasn't a Star Wars.
Okay, I got one thing. I like Ray. She has this wicked run where she is like the fucking Terminator, though. Did you watch the way she runs?
Runs like a badass.
Yeah, I was like, damn, dude, she would.
I want to see her run like this and just her, she mismanages the force and her clothes fly off.
She runs like the Terminator.
I want to see the itty bitty titties flopping around.
Oh my god.
Andy,
What?
contain yourself.
The
For like 32 seconds.
Yeah, where do you come up with that? That's awesome, though. That would be pretty funny.
Yeah, I'd pay to see that movie.
It's never gonna happen. Literally.
I lost control of the force.
No, it'll happen. It just won't be her. It'll happen just like they have the other porns, like Indiana Jones. They're gonna have some sort of like Star Wars, The Force Inside.
Yeah.
The Force Awakens is some dude like waking up with like morning wood. It's like the cover art for the movie.
Oh god.
You're trying not to laugh, but you're like, that's fucking genius.
What I think we should do is we should make little like stop motion videos, but we paint our penises as like the Millennium Falcon and X-Wings, and just like,
And then they bump into each
yeah.
other.
Why are all their lightsabers yellow and white? I don't know.
Why is there... Somebody can be the snake out
Like
of the
little hand puppets like that, and they're just like pew 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 pew.
The
I'll paint my penis.
moonworm. The moonworm.
We'd have to like wait. You have to like pee like that. You have to pee for like the first like 30 seconds where you get over the initial pulse, like the initial push, and then you can like start like stopping it and just like shooting it, and then we have like a little lightsaber about it.
Where the fuck did this podcast
I
go?
don't know. It got really weird.
You gotta work on like your male Kegel so you can like stop and start it like constantly.
Male Kegels.
All right, so I'm going to end this podcast tonight.
Today.
I had a nightmare the other night. I peed the bed.
Did you really pee the bed?
I woke up like fighting and peeing. I woke up, I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, what the fuck?
You literally peed the
Yeah.
bed?
Not like a full on like pee, but like I peed a little bit. That's what you guys should know about that.
Well,
I didn't stop the podcast yet.
Yeah, whatever.
You're not staying the night at my house.
You put me to bed one night and I peed myself.
What the
After I
fuck?
broke my ankle. Yeah. We were leaving Maddie's. It might have been when Noise got a hand job on the dance floor of Maddie's. We all got kicked out.
At Maddie's.
I
At the
miss
bar.
Maddie's.
We all
Maddie's
got
was a
kicked
good
out,
bar,
and
man.
I like bashed my head into Teresa's car, and you like
Oh.
carried me inside, and then I peed the bed, and I couldn't walk.
I
That was
miss
bad.
Maddie's.
Yeah.
That was like an awesome bar.
That was a
The pool
long
room
time
in
It
the
actually
back.
was a nice bar.
It had like, you know, your random mix of people in there, you know, from the you're creepy and way too old to be doing those dance moves on the floor to the one dude that had like the walker but still jammed out on the dance floor.
Yeah, Maddie's was awesome. They had the stage sometimes had the spinning drum set.
Yeah.
That
And I
was
like
cool.
how they finally put like the outside deck like 6 months before they closed.
Yeah.
They lost all their money.
Well,
Yeah,
their
but
food,
someone
their
else
food
took some-
downstairs was horrible.
Yeah, but someone else took it over. Like they sold Maddie's to like new owners, and the food was fucking amazing. We
Yeah, it
went
was
there
like the
for like a
sushi
holiday
place or
party.
whatnot, wasn't
Yeah, I
it?
think-
Nah, we got like chicken parm and shit. It was banging. Oh, I could go for some chicken parm. Going to Jack's.
All right, can I end the show
Jack's
now?
make good chicken.
Going on the grid. Going off the grid.
Yeah, you can get 5-minute pizzas from Caesar.
Going back on the grid. That's like one of my favorite commercials.
Anyway, thank you for joining us. This has been a spoiler alert. We'll be doing another one after
Sam.
Deadpool.
Sam.
What?
Oh, I just farted like 3 times when you did that. Like squeezed it out of me. The vibrations just like squeezed it out of me.
Yeah, we're down here last night, and Sam's doing something, and we're bullshitting. He's like over here. I think he's putting out Funko Pops, and I'm at the computer, and we're talking. And Dom just like runs in the room. He's like, "Hey guys!" Sam was like, "Whoa, what?" I felt so good because they love to scare me. Sam just scared me. Oh, he woke me up the other day. Son of a bitch.
Well, it's like when I came to pick you up for
I like when you run at Roy's house and you shout, "Fire!"
no, I came to pick him up for to go up to Shady Maple, and I see
Oh,
his
you
light
were
on
just-
in his
you were in
bedroom,
the- you
and
were
I
in
just
the-
went like creeped right outside his bedroom window. He's like,
He's creeping in. He's creeping in the game room window. So I walked through the hall, and all I see is like,
I go to like the regular window of his bedroom, but he was like already leaving. Like, he didn't notice me standing there for a minute. I'm like, oh, I know he's gonna walk down the hallway, so I went right to the next window, and he sees me like just staring at the game window with the lights out. And he's like, dude, what the fuck?
well, then the other day I wake up and like I hear Sean getting up because we wake up around the same time.
Do you still
And I-
masturbate into his underwear?
Into his underwear? What the fuck? What the fuck,
Do you
Maddie?
remember when you told me that story? You were
No!
Wait, I know the whole story.
Sean's like, God damn it! That
Wait,
was,
maybe-
I thought my mom just ironed my underwear and
Maybe-
used extra starch.
Maybe Shawnee did it into yours. I don't remember.
Oh, my God.
Something happened where one of you guys pissed each other off, and you masturbated into somebody else's tighty whities. Left it there, threw it in the hamper. Your mom found it and said, "Oh, Roy's blown his nose with his tighty whities again."
No, my mom called us out once. Well, see, obviously it wasn't me. It wasn't me masturbating into Sean's underwear because it was Rory's underwear that had the blown load.
Or maybe it was Shawnee's. I don't remember.
No, I remember See, here's the problem, right?
I can so see your mom sitting there like,
Well, here, no, there's
I know this isn't
No,
what
there's
I'm thinking.
some-
They must be using their underwear to blow their noses.
there's some truth to this story.
Oh, that Rory.
No, there's some truth to this story. Okay, so but let me put it like, all right.
So it was you.
No, here's now. What was the story that Sean told the other week? Oh, what ketchup sandwiches. So, me and Danielle get along, and Sam and Sean are kind of the same. Like they expect like a meal for dinner. Like there should be dinner.
Yeah.
Me and Danielle are like, I'll eat fucking cereal and bread. Like I don't give a shit. So Shawnee comes home, and I'm literally making this thing called ketchup sandwiches. It's just toast with butter and ketchup on it, and I like it. And but when Shawnee tells the story, it's like, this is what I was making for dinner for the both of us. Like, I was preparing ketchup sandwiches. You know what I mean? Like, so Shawnee always takes these things to a different... Then people come to me and they're like, you were making ketchup
I feel like
sandwiches
you're
for
the one
dinner?
that told me that, though.
I don't remember that, but then there was
Let's
a
be
point...
realistic. Out of the two of them, who's
wait.
more likely to jerk off in their
Yeah.
brother's underwear? Rory.
No. Sean can get pretty...
No, Sean, I would say, is more likely to go get drunk and jerk off on you as you're sleeping in
Yeah,
the bed.
well-
but you to
Yeah,
jerk
but
off in his
you gotta-
underwear
you gotta
and plan
put
it for your
this
mom
is-
to find it, I totally
This
see
is probably
you.
between, like, 10 and 14, though. So we're at home, so Shawnee wasn't,
I don't
like,
even know why we
drinking yet.
do like
So
try
either
to do
way-
anything with these podcasts.
So-
anymore. I really don't.
My mom's
This is
doing
how they
laundry.
end up all the time.
My mom's doing laundry, and, like, everyone's downstairs. Like,
I just
dad,
don't make it a comedy podcast.
my dad, my brother,
Sunday is.
and me.
But
And
I think that's where it just
will you
needs
shut
to
up
go.
now? So we're all just sitting there, and my mom's doing laundry, and she just comes out of laundry. She's like, "You two need to quit blowing your nose in your underwears." And we were like, "We know what that means." But did I ever jerk off in Shawnee's underwear?
Yeah, you did. You told me. Don't
don't
deny
think
it
so.
because you're all on that.
No, dude, I've
won't deny
admitted,
anything.
I've admitted to a lot of shit.
I remember
on this
you being like,
camera.
"Yeah, Sean pissed me off one day," and I was like, "Put it back in his drawer." And
Nah, putting it back in someone's drawer.
It had to be Shawnee then.
Because there was a blow
I don't
up.
know.
There was a
Dude,
blow
you
up
were
doll in
vindictive
the
back
attic.
in your day, man.
Yeah, dude,
I can see you doing
We'll discuss things off air, and we could talk about who's vindictive out of the two brothers. But that's not to be, you know what I mean? Like, not to point blame. We're both very dumb teenagers. But there was like a blow up doll in the attic.
like a
And my
sex
mom,
blow-up doll?
yeah. And my mom found it, and we think it might have been my dad's.
Huh.
Like, not like, and probably as like a gag gift or some shit. But Shawnee was like, it's Rory's. And I was like, it has to be Sean's. I was like, where the, like, what the fuck? Like,
He put you right under the
yeah,
fucking
you know what I mean?
robe.
Like, and we were both just like, why the fuck would we keep it in the attic? Like, it's not, and someone knows if you're going up in the attic, the fucking ladder comes down and shit. Like, you're gonna go through all that trouble to keep a blowjob or a blow doll in the attic. Like, it was weird. There's some weird things that happened in my house as a child. You know what I mean? And as a growing teen. But did I jerk off in Sean's underwear? No. Not that I can recall.
I love that you just made it into like a almost serious moment.
But, you know,
Not
there's...
that I recall was added though.
No.
Not that I like. I feel like I'm like making a murderer. Did you plant this evidence? Not that I recall. I might have had that conversation. Not that I recall. No, I don't think I was ever that vindictive that it'd be like go blow a load in someone else's underwear and then put it back. Like you're gonna notice when you go to put on the underwear.
I think you put it in his dirty laundry or something.
I wouldn't. Why would I have to plant jizzed underwears in Sean's laundry?
There's probably like poop. Oh, okay, never
Come
mind.
on,
I'm sorry.
come on, hang on.
Oh, was it the poop in the hat?
No.
Pooped in his hat?
No, Shawnee pooped in on his own hat. Is
No,
that one?
Shawnee pooped in someone else's hat.
Oh.
And then put the hat back on the rack, and then this person started to wear the hat with like streak marks in it.
Ew.
I remember this story.
Yeah.
We're not going to get into that one.
That's what I was gonna wait
Okay.
for that one.
Yeah. All right.
Let's just
Can I
say-
wrap up? So this is supposed to be a train wreck. I mean, we
Well, it
call
obviously is.
No. We call train wreck for a reason. If you're offended by this podcast, don't listen. I'll just put it that way.
Listen to the one on Wednesdays.
Wednesday nights is the gaming podcast.
It
It's
still gets a
strictly
little
gaming.
off track.
It gets off track, but it does not go anywhere near all the masturbation jokes and everything
Sorry.
that we do here.
Sorry.
No, that's
It's okay.
it,
It's free space, Matty. You're allowed to do whatever you want on the internet. Except
So,
for pick up chicks and chat rooms.
check us out, trainwreckgaming.com, trainwreckgaming.com/Twitter/Facebook/YouTube. We may reactivate the /live.
You want me to call Sean?
No, I don't want you to call Sean right now. Why would you call you Sean?
So we can confirm or deny this story.
All right. And that's going to be it for now, because Rory's going to get Sean over here. And that's it. We'll talk to you guys next week. Thanks for joining us. Don't forget to check us out on Wednesday, and where we're talking strictly gaming. I promise.
Kind of.
Well, CES is out. May not be strict gaming.